Well, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and I want to introduce you to Crowfall. So, we have a new game here that's just been announced today on, it's just today on Kickstarter. And there is a link in the description. If you're watching live on chat, it's in chat. And go to our Facebook page at Marky Dragon Show. And this is something that I'm really, really interested in. There's several reasons for it. One is I know the founders of this, and I know a lot of people who are working on the dev team. And I've seen this video here, which I'm about to play. If you're watching this on YouTube and you've already seen this, then skip ahead about 7 minutes. But let's take a look at this right now.
Hi, I'm Gordon Walton, and I've executive produced some games you might have heard of, such as Ultima Online, The Sims Online, Star Wars Galaxies, and Star Wars The Old Republic.
Hi, and I'm J. Todd Coleman. I'm the creative director of Shadowbane, Wizard 101, and Pirate 101.
And we're the founders of Artcraft Entertainment.
So our goal at Artcraft is to create a new type of online experience, something that hasn't been done before.
I want to play something with the intensity of a season of Game of Thrones, only in a game setting.
Yeah, exactly. Allies, enemies, alliances, betrayal, conquest. These are the components that we feel are lacking in today's online experiences.
And we're going to change that.
So Crowfall is a mix of a massively multiplayer online role-playing game and a strategy game. The problem is those are two very, very different genres. In an MMO, the expectation players have is that the world will be persistent, actually permanent. In a strategy game, the expectation is that the game is over when somebody wins. So imagine a family gets together once a year for a game of Risk. Only it's not for different game of Risk every year. They're getting together to continue the same game of Risk. Like at the end of the night, they just throw a tablecloth over the board. They come back the next year, remove the cloth, and all the pieces are in the same place. So they pick up the game from where they left off last year. The first year would actually be a hell of a lot of fun. Everybody would be in the game, jockeying for position, trying to figure out where their place was in the world. By year 2, one person, let's say Uncle Bob, starts to pull ahead. A few people drop out. The other people are still kind of enjoying themselves, though it's pretty obvious that they're not going to win. By year 3, Bob is clearly pulled ahead and everyone else is bored. In fact, the only one having fun at this point is Uncle Bob. Fast forward 10 years. Bob is now an unassailable tyrant, and anyone who even tries to challenge him is crushed instantly. Nobody's having fun, not even Uncle Bob. This is the problem with a strategy game. A strategy game inherently has to have a chance to restart, or the game simply doesn't work. It stops being fun. So how do we marry the concepts of an MMO, which is supposed to be persistent and forever, with a strategy game, which is supposed to naturally come to an end? We have a solution, and it's based on the passage of time. We call it Eternal Heroes, Dying Worlds.
So the concept is the heroes are permanent, but the worlds, they're not. They decay, they get destroyed. Imagine you're playing a campaign, say 3 months. The campaign ends. Well, your character doesn't get destroyed, the world gets destroyed. After that's done, you get to pick a whole new campaign. At any given time, there may be dozens of campaigns. You just choose one, and then you go.
Each world in the Crowfall universe is unique. Unique map, unique rule set, unique victory conditions. It's like a bunch of massively multiplayer games of Risk all running together at the same time. Players choose a world and then a team, either a faction or a guild, and then they vie for control of that world.
At the beginning of every campaign, players are dropped into new worlds that are unknown to them. They don't know where they are, where they're going, or what's around them.
When your player lands there for the very first time, it's like the first turn of civilization. Our whole world is fully dynamically created at the beginning of the campaign. All the oceans, continents, rivers, hills, they're all different in every world.
Each map is filled with ancient ruins and towns, caves, stuff for players to explore.
Not only do you have to explore the physical world, but you also have to explore the different rules that can change from campaign to campaign, such as how strong magic is, what races are present, and what technology you can use.
So we solved the challenge of resetting the strategy map without wiping the players. That's awesome in and of itself, but what if we take it further? If the worlds are going to reset anyway, why not let them be fully destructible?
From the moment Todd came to me and told me about this game, the one thing that I really was excited about was the destruction.
The world is made of voxels, which are little building blocks, a bit like Minecraft, but much smaller.
Most people are using voxels for creation. They're using them to create sandboxes where people can build. We're using them for a very different reason. We're using voxels for destruction. This game is all about creating sandcastles and then kicking them over.
Players can do everything from blow holes in walls, they can dig tunnels underneath keeps and siege from below.
The idea of coming around a corner, finding another player, shooting a fireball, hitting a wall, blowing that up, and having that fall down on that player was just an awesome idea.
Once you allow players to build and destroy castles, they can claim territory. And with territory comes real political power.
The fealty system is based on trees. You can grant lands to vassals, and then they can in turn grant that land to vassals of their own.
There's two types of worlds. Campaign worlds are like a soccer match. They have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And then the players move on and take that experience into the next game. The Eternal Kingdoms, though, are like the whole soccer season.
The Eternal Kingdoms is where you would come back between campaigns. It's where your player housing is. It's also where you would, count your spoils from war or lick your wounds if you didn't have such a successful bout.
The player who owns the world gets to decide things like the taxes and the tariffs and even the PvP rules. Those players completely control those worlds. So to get to this point, it's required a significant outlay of money. Some of that's come from external investors. A big chunk of it actually came from us. And I know you've heard stories about game designers and producers who have sold their company for tens of millions of dollars. You're not those guys. So this is a significant risk for us, right? We're doing this because we fundamentally want to see this game get made. We're hoping that you guys want to see it get made too. That's why we decided to go directly to Kickstarter and appeal to you, because we don't want to look for external money if we can help it.
We clearly know how to raise money from publishers or from venture capitalists if we need to, but we don't want them dictating how the game gets made. We'd rather make the game for you.
Yeah, the problem with external money is once you take a bunch of money from somebody, all of a sudden they start doing spreadsheets and saying, okay, how can we adapt this game to appeal to a broader and broader audience because we'll make more money? And when you do that, the vision inevitably suffers.
We'll do what it takes to get the game made, but frankly, we'd rather be working for you. From all of us at Artcraft,
we really believe in this game and we really want to make it for you.
Please support our Kickstarter and we'll
see you in game.
Doesn't this just look totally awesome? I am so stoked about this. I can't tell you how excited I am about this. The things that really cinched this in for me are the fact that that you have the character development, where you're building your character and the character development is what I like most in MMOs. It's one of the things that I really like the most, and so we got the character development, but then we've got the ability to go into these campaigns, which are kind of medium length. It's not like getting in a MOBA where you're in a 15-minute to an hour and a half competition. And in a MOBA, you may have some assets on your character that you start with each time because you've earned them, such as a skin or whatnot. But maybe you haven't skilled up all of your abilities, and you go in and you start doing that each time, and you have to rebuild your character each time. In here, we've already got our character. We work on our character with each campaign, and you come back to your home base and you reformulate and everything, and you keep working on your character. And then we have the real-time strategy aspect of just going out there and really trying to get power and control and being able to try a whole bunch of different things. And if you fail, so what? Go on to another campaign that's starting up and take what you've learned and apply it and do it again. There's also some other aspects of this that could be quite interesting, such as rankings and everything. So I don't know if they have any plans for that, but I totally see it. So, there is also this destruction thing. I don't know. Maybe the whole campaign ends when the whole world is destroyed. I don't know. It's an MMOBA. I don't know what to call it. So it's pretty cool though, pretty cool. And so they got a bunch of different stuff here. You can get in on this for $30. It looks like $30 right now. You can get in for the early access and access to beta 2. I'm not so interested in getting in right first thing because I want the game to be complete when I get in there and play. I want to have a good time. I don't want to test it for them. But so we'll look at those in just a minute. I want to go over here. I actually know Gordon Walton. I've known him for many, many years. If you look on my YouTube channel, you'll see some interviews that I've done with him and everything. And Todd Coleman, I've just recently met him. And these guys have pedigree like you wouldn't believe. So I have a lot of faith in this game really, really, going to be rock solid. So if they deliver what they've said here, they have a winner, really. And I have to say that I've been burnt off Kickstarters and everything. I have some that I funded. I never got a darn thing. And so for that reason, I'm a little bit timid. But that's the reason I'm excited about this. I know Gordon. And then I know a lot of the people who are on the team here too. So I think that that this one warrants a risk from me, and I will be pledging. I will be pledging today, right here, in just a few minutes. Haven't quite decided which one I'm going to do, but I am going to do it. And look at the numbers going up here. Does anybody want to make a bet? Think within 24 hours they'll hit the goal of 800,000? I think they will. You know why? Because, and I don't know this for sure, but I bet you that Richard Garriott and Soda, Shroud of the Avatar, I bet you they're going to bark this out today, most definitely. And Star Citizen may as well. These guys are all in together. They're in Austin, and this is where there's a lot of role play, MMO game development goes on in Austin, and these guys all know each other. They're very good friends with each other, and so I'm sure that they're going to really support each other on this. So it does look like the game has a subscription. So I don't know the whole details of their funding. Of how the game, whether you have to buy it, whether it be free to play, subscription, all of that stuff. I have not read all of the stuff in here, but it looks really, really amazing. I'm really excited about the power, the politics, and the siege-based warfare, the different kingdoms and everything, how you can just go in and do a different campaign and everything. I think that could be really good, and you can go in where you're having some good, success and everything. So there is good character customization. I don't know much about how you skill up your characters yet, but I'm sure we're going to find that out. And honestly, the graphics here, for being something that is not in production yet, don't look bad at all. I think that it looked a little bit more cartoony when I first saw this a couple of months ago, and this is it's a little less cartoony now, but it still has a little bit of that flair. And actually, that's WoW has done that really well, but they're clearly not trying to be WoW here. So. Economy, I'm always excited about economy because, I'll PvP all of you in the marketplace. So, and then being able to rise to the top where you can set the rules and everything, that also sounds pretty interesting. So, again, Raph Koster. Okay, if you guys don't know who Raph is, you should Google him. He was, I think that he made his primary mark in MMOs in Ultima Online. And, he worked with Richard Garriott, and so did Gordon Walden. And they, Raph put in some stuff that nobody really knows about. That people just take for granted, but it was part of the magic and charm of Ultima and the social portions and stuff, and why the community worked. And that he is here working on this is really a big deal. So I think that's going to be really a big plus. And so now we've got the different reward types. I'm actually going to decide right now which one I'm going to do. I am going to do one of them, and we'll see here. I'm not going to do just supporter. I'm going to play the game. So it looks like the game is going to plan to retail for $50. You get access to beta 2 for $30. $30 sounds like a good, so the earliest bird. So that's limited. That one's limited. Backer, access to beta 1. Copy of the digital stuff. Okay. Access to alpha 3. I guess they're going... Yeah, so alpha obviously comes before beta. So 2 more months VIP membership, so 3 total. I'm guessing that they're looking at about $10 a month, just looking at the math here. So we've got some other frames and stuff. I actually don't know what all those mean, but let's see here. 3 more months VIP membership for 6 total at $130, and an additional character slot, which is cool. If you like multiple characters. Gold Patron, access to Alpha 2, 6 more months VIP membership, 1 year total. Exclusive Kickstarter Stronghold, small fortification for your personal kingdom. Sounds like housing to me, some sort of housing. 1 cottage for your personal kingdom. 1 additional character slot for a total of 5. Increase your account bank size by 20%. That could be really huge for power players. Really huge. Name a fallen hero, subject to approval. If you were able to name a character, what would you name them? I've always wanted to have Marky Dragon in a game, but, do I want to name a character who's dead, Marky Dragon, in the game? No, probably not. Gold avatar frame and gold form badge. I bet you these avatar frames are something that you see in game whenever you look at somebody. So let's see. Amber Patron. So physical collector's edition of Crowfall. 5 years of VIP veteran membership. So 6 total years. Reserve a guild name. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what I'd call it. I don't want to run a guild, actually. I just want to be in one. I want to let somebody else run it. Access to expanded colors for guilds, plus 5 bonus tax-free parcels for your personal kingdom. So there's going to be some sort of land management fees and everything. Upgrade to medium fortification for your personal kingdom's Kickstarter Stronghold. Additional cottage, so two cottages total. And 1 additional character slot for a total of 6. Name a fallen monarch, subject to approval. Amber avatar frame, amber form badge. We're getting up, 250 is probably getting up around the end of my, end of, my scale on what I can do. And I'd love to go all the way to the top. I think that this is really fabulous, but, you gotta not break the bank too. Sapphire Patron, access to Alpha 1, name a location, and Marky Dragonville. Yeah, I don't have I'm not going to put in $500. I can tell you that. It's not going to happen. Access to expanded symbols for Guild Hierarchy Creator, 5 bonus tax-free parcels for 10 total. Upgrade to Small Castle. Oh, that sounds cool. For your personal kingdom. Plus 1 villa, 1 divine cathedral to god of your choice in personal kingdom. Sapphire avatar frame. Let's see. Ruby patron, custom guild heraldry. Invitation to the Crowfall launch party. Travel not included. Oh, damn. That sounds like fun. I'd love to get on the motorcycle and drive to Austin. Yeah. in good weather. This weather we've been having lately, forget it. Let's see. Bonus parcels, villas, premier backer studio tour in Austin, travel not included, at $2,500. Wow, these are getting to where these are for people who are insane, have an insane amount of money. So I can't even fathom going that high. So here's what I think I'm going to do. You know, if you get in right away, they have they have some of the early bird stuff. Let's see what we're up to now. It's up to 39,000 already. It's gone up like 10,000 just since I've been talking. And let's see here. Contributor, earliest bird. I actually like the idea of the 5-year plan. And see this one right here. Amber Patron, $215. It's the $250 plan, which gives you the physical collector's edition. I can put it on my shelf back here. 5 years of VIP membership, which means I'm not having to pay any subscription. If it's $10 a month, I mean, just think of this. If it's $10 a month, and that's what you're paying, and then I'm paying $215 for this, I'm getting, you know, I'm paying for 21 months, 21 and a half months, getting everything else for free, including the extra, the extra 3 years on top of that. Actually, it was a total of 6 years, wasn't it? Yeah, 6 years total. So extra 4 years. And that assumes I'm going to be in the game that long. This looks very promising to me. So I think that that's probably what I'm going to do. You know, the reserve a guild name. Okay, I can reserve a guild name. I don't want to be a guild leader, though. I'd like to reserve it for somebody else. And let's see. Access to expanded colors. Okay. +5 bonus tax-free parcels for your personal kingdom. And starting title of knight or lady. Oh, okay, so I'll be the Knight Marquis Dragon, I guess. Upgrade to medium fortification for your personal kingdom stronghold. Additional cottage for your personal kingdom, total of 2. 1 additional character slot for a total of 6. Name a fallen monarch, subject to approval. And amber avatar frame. So, I don't know. Look at this. 2 people didn't read anything. They just went straight here. They paid the $250 when they could have paid $215. What for? Select this reward. $215, United States. Estimated delivery, December 2016. Continue to next. There we go. I've done it. So I got my pledge in, and so I'm excited about this. And there we go. So, whoa, it's up to 43,000 already. And so, yep, it's getting done good now. So here's how, if you've never done a Kickstarter before, here's how it works. You put in your pledge, and then you then after you put in your pledge, you actually do a you wait until it completes. And so you don't pay until it completes. And so if it falls short of the goal, you don't pay anything. You only pay if it's successful. And anyway, there we go on that. I recommend you get in there soon, especially if you want one of the early backer things. And if you're watching this on YouTube, there's a link right down in the description. Those of you on right now, if one of the mods will post a link to this in chat, that would be great. And so plan on joining me there. Doesn't open until December 2016, but it looks really, really good. And I'm really excited for this. And congratulations to the guys putting this together, because I think that you have a really good thing. Last question here. The Raven's asking, this is a pledge and a financial stake or interest in the company? No. This is a pledge to purchase the game early and get a lot of extra stuff because you are committing to your money early. and so you don't actually get any ownership from it. So there we go. Okay, so everybody, take care, and link in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. So I will see you in game, and fantastic. This looks really good. I can't wait.